Alright, time for my round 3 game of this month's REV GP. Playing against Zangy, who is on. Let me find their deck. They're on blue-white control again. Cool. Not my favorite matchup, but I mean it's fine. I guess it can work. No 2-drops. Do I want to keep this? Am I on the? I'm not on the play. Can I afford to keep a hand that has no action until turn 3? I mean, Flinchy Titan's pretty good. Gone Picking's pretty good too, but not early though, right? So I think I mulligan this. Like, I don't love that I have the mulligan. I mean, Flinchy Titan's good if it ever resolves. But the problem is, again, resolving it is kind of hard against their deck if I have nothing to do on early turns. And Gone Pickings won't be useful until way later on, right? So, like, yeah, I don't think I can afford to keep this hand, even though I really like it. I mean, fine. I guess I'll keep this, but it might be a mistake. I guess I have redeveloped Cityscape to pitch one of the Gone Pickings, at least. 2 Unflinching Titans is interesting because, I mean, Unflinching Titan is quite good in this matchup, whereas it usually isn't that great, because my opponent can usually just ignore this thing, but in this matchup, this thing gets me value turn after turn, so they can't really ignore it. And my opponent's going to play, yep. So, I mean, if they're holding an Omen of Deception, at least I get to make them do nothing on turn 2 and 3. I mean, that's something at least. I'll get all my colors then. I'll get all my colors and then I'll get a second green source for later. Did I do that correctly? Yeah, I did that correctly. Vasilia. I mean, if I play out Primal Fisher here, unless you control 2 or fewer other lands. Okay, so this thing is a fast land, which means I can play this next turn. Which means I guess I just play Forest and pass. And Seafloor Tread, yep, so that was, I really wanted a 2-drop there so that they can't do this for free, but turns out they had it, so yeah, not looking good for me. They can sculpt their hand and then start lining up counter spells against all my plays. Wait, where did my second Influential Titan? Wait, why did I exile my second Influential? Did I just like autopilot through that? Okay, well that's really bad. I was trying to exile my Gone Pickings instead. Well, I mean it's significantly less good for me now, but I mean I still have maybe if they slam something that I can Gone Picking or whatever. Get redeveloped number 3. More Primal Fishers. Well, this is fetching green, and then I guess I jam Unflinching Titan, or do I jam Unflinching or Amarantin? I don't think it really matters here. I think I jam Amarantin because I want Unflinching Titan to resolve. But they let this happen. Interesting. Well, I guess I'll pick up a Sonido. I mean, I'm not complaining about more Sonidos. Sonido unfortunately doesn't do too much in this matchup. I mean, you can minus, but my opponent usually has enough cards in hand where it doesn't really matter. And what else? Does my opponent just not have a counter? Or maybe they don't think it's worth countering Amarantin? I have to assume they're not like, they don't have a bunch of counter spells right now because otherwise they definitely would have snapped off one, right? What did they do end of turn again? I forgot. They didn't do anything end of turn. Interesting. Okay. Well, Grand Consonance for later, I guess. I can't just jam Sonido. I can also play Unflinching. What do they have for counter spells? They have the hard counter. I mean, I can play Unflinching Titan here, and so play Swamp, play Unflinching, but then Primal Fisher. The Primal Fisher sequencing doesn't work out if I do it like this. I could also try to jam Sonido here, but that's not too good. So I can do Unflinching. Well, if they have Omen Deception, that's really bad for me if I just don't play a land before this. What am I looking at next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 mana. That's enough for Saniel plus enough to pay for Omen. I think I want to. Yeah, I want to try to resolve Unflinching Titan this turn against. I mean, I guess if I eat up an early Omen, like I want to get Ifara's Judgment out of their hand, but the best way to do that is to play in a way that doesn't let them Omen my thing. Or maybe if I get them to Omen my thing, they Ifara's like. Okay. Yeah. I guess I just like tried to force them to Ifara's Judgment this. They let this resolve again. Do they have a board wipe? I mean, their plays wouldn't make sense otherwise. So Primal Fisher or redevelop Cityscape. How many Gone Pickings do I need? Not that many, right? But the problem is redevelop takes 2 turns to go on. I guess I'll still get this thing back because I do want lands eventually. Swing with Alranton, see if this gets blown up. COA, sure. I mean, that's at least COA went towards Alranton Visionary instead of anything more important. And so do they have an answer for Unflinching Titan? They're just going to pass. I mean, they can be holding up the Wrath right now. Forest. Okay. I guess exile Primal Fisher then, because I don't really need extra land plays right now. And then what? I think I want to jam a Planeswalker right now, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 mana. I can't do Planeswalker plus Unflinching Titan activation, so I guess I jam Scenario and force him to use a counter spell. Like tapping Unflinching Titan is just too slow, right? I think it probably is, so yeah, well, if I'm doing that, then I should probably just be jamming Vasilia instead of Senido, because at least Vasilia spends more of my mana right now. Senido can at least pay for Omen, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I don't think the mana works out either ways, so like I really want to activate Unflinching, but I can't do that because of how the mana. I guess maybe, yeah, I play Senido because then at least they can't go Omen plus a removal spell on Vasilia. Alright, sure then. So, we developed pitching Primal Fisher, grabbing Forest and Plains, right? I mean, do I need more black right now? No, I'll just grab Forest and Plains. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, actually, that's actually, let me think. Yeah, I did not count my mana properly. I don't actually have Redeveloped Cityscape acting as a land this turn, so I'm still at 5 mana, which means it's probably just better for me to jam Basilia just to spend all my mana, and if I get Omen plus removal spell, then yeah, that sucks. And I guess next turn I go Sonido plus. I mean, I can just hold up Unflinching Titan. How bad is it to give them just free time to do stuff? It's not that bad, right? Eventually I get enough mana, but then they, yeah, okay. Playing 2 passively is usually how I end up losing these games, right? I have enough for Sonido plus. You know what? I'll just keep up Unflinching. I don't want to risk anything right now. And I'll just end of turn activate Unflinching. They still don't do anything. Interesting. So they're holding a bunch of counters, in which case, yeah, then I just keep activating Unflinching until they're forced to answer it. Unfortunately, I don't have Sky Pillar. Like, if I had Sky Pillar, this would work out way better for me because, okay, they're going to remove this with CLA, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. So they have enough for 2 counters. Can I get through Vasilia plus Scenario? No, I can't. I can do CLA plus Nascent Lightning, that's another land. I can do that later. So I have enough for Scenario plus Gone Picking, which is interesting, I guess. I think that's probably the right thing to be doing. So like I play Scenario, it gets countered, or I mean I can Gone Picking first, but then that doesn't have any follow up. Yeah, I think it's better to just go Scenario Gone Picking, and then see how my opponent reacts to that. I mean I can just Gone Picking and don't do anything afterwards, but again, like I do need my opponent to start doing stuff with their counters, so I'll run out this thing first. They're going to counter it. They don't get to draw, which is good for me. And let's go on picking away this thing so that I can at least get something on board. That does not look like a berry. Okay, so redeveloped. How many basics do I have left? I don't have enough base. Yeah, I'll just get Primal Fisher, even though that puts me a turn behind. Well, I didn't sequence my things correctly because I want to swing this turn, but I don't want to use up the berry already. Yeah, whatever. I guess I'll just like trade in 1 extra damage right now. Actually, maybe Armata Visioneer would have been better there because I can keep wandering it. But once it comes to well, no, this thing requires them to answer it, so I think it ends up working out for me. And now, yeah, I can just keep up Unflinching Titan again. This is fetching now because I don't want to draw my last basic. I have 3 more basics left. Okay. So come on, Sunsilker. No, it's not bad. Okay, well, this is naming white now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mana to work with this turn. That's enough for Vasilia plus Unflinching Titan activation. I think that's what I do here. Or I attack first, I play Vasilia, probably gets countered, and then I hold up Unflinching Titan activation. And it's 3 or more gone. So this thing counts itself, so I just need to activate this 1 more time before it becomes live. So play out Vasilia, and let's see how they react to this. They let it happen. Okay, what do they have for Planeswalker removal? Just Gaunt Pickings. Yeah, I just plus this then. I don't want to turn into a creature just yet because they might have the Wrath. And pass. They can attack with 100-handed pillars into Vasilia. If they do that, I'm just going to let it go through because Vasilia doesn't really care about how much loyalty it has once it transforms. I'm also starting to run out of fetches for fetchables for my fetches that I keep bringing back. So, I mean, Unflinching Titan isn't going to be putting me up a mana soon, but that's fine because I'm still, like, it's still acting as a 5/5. Turn 5, remembering to target? Yep, sure. I guess that's getting gone picking. Do they have enough to count? They're going to. Okay, sure. I mean, no point in not doing this, even though it doesn't really do much for me. Do I have a way to shoot down Shenfa right now? I don't think I do. Oh, Skelta. Yeah, I mean that's quite good. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. So like, I could Constance here, even though my board's getting blown up next turn, because Constance has a bunch of good flips that don't involve creatures. Like I could get a bunch of planeswalkers or something. So they have 2 mana, which means that I can definitely Constance through something, right? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. I can Constance through a counter spell, through an Omen of Deception. Question here is like, do I want to do that? I think that, yeah, like the actually I just Skeltha here, and because then that gets rid of their last 2 cards in hand. I Skeltha and then gone picking their Shrimpa. Or can I get 2 Skelthas this turn? I don't think so. I can Skeltha into Grand Constance. Does that play out my hand too early? Constance can flip into another Skeltha, and then in that case I just completely rip their hand away. Yeah, I think I'll go for it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I could probably like do this better, but whatever. Skeltha. I'm assuming this resolves. Let it happen. So that gets me an untap. They still have seafloor treasures coming up soon. I guess they could like seafloor treasures into a board wipe. Well, as long as it doesn't wipe my planeswalkers, I think I'm fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's still enough for gone picking afterwards, if that ever matters. They let this happen. Oh, Sky Pillar. That's useful. Not much more after that though. Did I actually just only get 2 things? Well, that's a disappointing Constance, but I mean, I'm still pretty ahead right now, so I'm not complaining. But still, I would have hoped for something better at least. Whatever. Sometimes you just don't get the right Constance flips. At least it happened while I was super far ahead, so that I don't have to concern myself with possibly oh well, that's a Simpa for next turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's just get Shrimpa out of there before I can start doing value. Before like I can do a bunch of value stuff. Or I mean, do I need to get Shrimpa out of there? Yeah, might as well. Like I don't want to let it go too wild. And Vasilia is going to keep making potions. And yeah, I just pass the turn. My board does get blown up, but I have a pretty good or decent board state even after it gets blown up, just because Vasilia is still there. So, I mean, they could have the instant speed Wrath, but that's still fine. Skeltha comes back and gets rid of their last card in hand if they don't see floor. They're just going to hold up everything. Sure. And let's see, what do I draw? Star-studded. A bit late for that, but that's fine. So my main worry right now is seafloor treasures into a Wrath. Skeltha gets me like infinite mana, and I definitely play Shrimpa here. So they can't Skeltha into a Wrath plus a counterspell, so that's something that I don't have to worry about. So 1, 2. How much mana do I have after a Skeltha? 1, 2, 3, 4. So then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 extra mana I'm working with. Might as well get a free activation here, right? That's 2 extra mana, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 mana. That's enough for Shrimpa plus Sky Pillar. Yeah, I think that works out for me. Actually, 1, 2, 3. Huh, I'm actually 1 mana behind. Well, whatever. So float these 2 guys, and let's get Skeltha down. So, seafloor treasures? Okay, I mean, that's fine. I think the play here is to, do I jam Shrimpa first or Vasilia first? I think I flip Vasilia first and try to swing with her, just to see if they have the removal for it. They discard. Oh, okay. Well, I'm assuming they're holding counterspell now. So it's a bottom library, right? Yeah. I do want to attack first. So like flip Ocelius into the hexproof thing. Like how many? It's just yeah. They don't have much removal other than for a hexproof guy. So I can just flip Ocelius into hexproof. Put all the counters onto. Put all the potions onto it. Swing. And then just hold up Sky Pillar afterwards. I mean, it's not even holding up Sky Pillar. I just have extra mana lying around. I guess I'll play out Sunsoaker and then hold up Sky Pillar. Or I can, yeah, I just play out, I play out Star-Studded or either Star-Studded or Sunsoaker. I can also just Sky Pillar my creatures. I should have Sky Pillared my creature instead. Well, it doesn't matter right now. Yeah, I'll play out Sunsoaker first. So let's transform Vasilia into the Hexproof. So that's a 6/5 Hexproof guy. Do I put all the, like, what removal do they have for this? Literally just the board wipe, right? So I'm just going to put all my counters onto it and kill my opponent in 2 swings. Uh, do I want to hedge against possibly them having a second Fob Lantern in hand? Yeah, possibly, but I don't think it's worth. I guess I'll keep back Skypillar then if that's what I'm playing around. And if they fall of Lantern me, I'll just play in that case, do I just Skypillar to Basilia? You know what? Sure, let's just Skypillar to Basilia so that it can swing past the 100-handed pillars. And does it really matter what happens now? Like, I guess they can get down the second Shrimfa, but no point in playing out anything right now. The Far's Judgment to draw a card. Cool. So this game is working out really well for me. They need to find Fall of Lantern plus a counterspell, I guess. It's just exactly Fall of Lantern that they need to get, which they technically can get by just like if they get lucky. And oh, that's a second Sky Pillar. Okay, that makes things a lot easier for me. So I just Sky Pillar my Vasilia, and then if they blow up my board, I'll just Sky Pillar. I'll just play out Sky Pillar number 2, and end of turn Sky. Did they exactly get Fall of? Oh, okay, cool. Sure. But yeah, I get Sky Pillar plus. Do I want to jam this thing into possible counter spells? Yeah, I think I want to because it still kills them in 2 turns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, what are the chances they have exactly fall plus a counter spell, right? And plus a good counter spell. I mean, if this happens, do I minus or do I plus? Well, plusing just makes me win the game next turn, right? So yeah, I just plus here. End of turn, activate Sky Pillar, and then Sky Pillar my guys, and it wins me the game. Oh yeah. So, oh yeah, Shenfa's point. So basically, in one of the other games this round, someone missed a Shenfa trigger because turns out Shenfa actually targets. It's a target player, so like you actually need to announce who you're targeting with the trigger, or else you just miss the trigger, which is kind of dumb because I don't think I've ever announced my Shenfa triggers. Everyone just assumes that it's targeting the opponent because there's literally no reason to do anything else. But yeah, so I think that means like Fall of Lantern is also not an out. They need exactly seal ways to win here or to not die here. How much do I want to play around stuff like that? And I think the answer is like no, I really don't want to do that because that's kind of so how bad is it if I get blown out by seal away and friends? I mean, I target here, equip Berry Swing with everything, and then if something gets removed, then like whatever, I still have follow up, which is to jam the Grand Consonance, or just to plus jump 5 again, and then next turn do that thing all over again. Yeah, I think that works out. I'll stick on Indestructible guy. So yeah, let's see if this works out. They have it. Benthel. Oh yeah, I guess that technically works. It can actually kill me on the backswing. Technically, that also means that I don't use up the berry just yet. They're down to 4. Are they going to use remove on this guy? Like if they tap out, I just jam Grand Constance and see what else I flip. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I have enough for Consonance. Ooh. They like miscount. Yeah, okay, cool. They're just going to undo that, which means I need to still play around counter spells this turn, which I don't like playing around counter spells. I just plus again. They can attack down Shemfa. I can just play Starseed to not, and then use Starseed to trade with Benthelos. I mean, like, yeah, I guess it works out for me if I do that. Technically, I should have played this first and then plus Shemfa, but whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't have enough for Constance afterwards. Honestly, maybe I should have jammed Constance just to confirm that they're on a counter spell, but whatever. Okay. Turns out I should have jammed Grand Constance then, because they can wipe the board this turn, and then it also smacks Shimpa. They could also find Gaunt Picking to get rid of Shimpa. Like, Shimpa plus, or Gaunt Picking plus Fall of Lantern wipes the board and makes him survive. But, like, any other combination doesn't do it, so I'm still in a pretty, winning position right now. And yeah, I definitely should have jammed Grand Constance because, like, if they had Far's Judgment, I guess that's the only bad scenario. They're going to keep drawing cards. Okay, fine. But yeah, like if they had the Far's Judgment, they counter my thing, gain like they only have one. They only get 2 modes out of the Far's Judgment, so they probably just do counter plus card draw, which is I guess kind of bad for me. But if they didn't have exactly a Far's Judgment, I mean actually Divine Mishap would have also been bad for me. Yeah, but like literally any other card, Grand Constance would have been great there because puts a bunch of more things on board, and that probably just locks my opponent out of the game. Opponent Just gone picking. Interesting. Do they have a second one then? Bentelos. Are they doing anything? Nope, they're not. Okay, sure. I mean, I guess it softens up Shrimpa for a 100-handed pillar swing next turn. Of Olantin. Okay, sure. Yeah, maybe I should have kept up Sky Pillar then. But that's fine. So what are the chances they're holding a counter spell? I mean, if they are holding a counter spell, then it still works out for me because they can't draw a card off of it. So then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I still have enough for the Sky Pillar afterwards. Yeah, let's try Grand Consonance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 7. I don't think I can activate a second Sky Pillar this turn. And let's see if this resolves. It doesn't resolve, but it's a Forest Judgment with only one mode, so that's completely fine. Plus Simpa again to make it 3/2. That's really annoying for them to deal with. And I guess I hold up Sky Pillar. Do I play out Nascent Light Vein? Is there any reason for me to have more mana right now? Kind of. Yeah, sure, let's just go empty-handed. This is naming Ring, I guess? I don't really know what to name. I don't think it really matters what I name here. But yeah, let's stick the berry onto the knight and pass the turn. They can whack Shenfa down to 1 loyalty, but it doesn't matter at this point. I just end up turn Sky Pillar, and then next turn I pump up all my guys and try to swing for lethal. 100-handed pillars, okay, sure. They don't have a way to like randomly put 1 more damage into play, right? That's game. Okay, cool. That game definitely, I definitely could have played a slightly better that game, but it still worked out for me in the end. The game for oh yeah, they got mana screwed or mana flooded. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, post board hostage situation comes in. Club promoter comes in. Do I want like all the artifact destruction? I mean, Archons are kind of useless, so like bring them out. I still need to bring out some more stuff. Like all of these guys are pretty useful. Maybe Scenario comes out because it's like it plays to a board. It plays to a board that doesn't really exist. I mean, the -1's still pretty useful sometimes. I think it's like, I don't need this many hostage situations. Probably not. Hungry Blob comes in just because it sweeps up all their banishing lights, so it's like it's going to be a huge blowout sometimes. No, I keep all the Gaunt pickings because I need to remove their planeswalkers, or do I? I mean, I have this much removal for their things now. I think it's still better to keep them in. Since I'm doing this many 3-drops, I guess I cut one of my other 3-drops. I guess I can cut a Gaunt picking just because I don't want to get too, and I still get to maintain my Consonance ratio. Something like this feels incorrect, but I'll run it and see how it works out. Still another hand with no early game. Do I want to keep this again? If Alranta Visionary gets countered, it's kind of bad for me. But otherwise, I mean, like, you know what? Let's try it. Maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't. But I kind of want to try it. Redeveloped. Okay, that's good. That's my turn 1 play, and that's pitching probably a Plains to fix it into some forests. I mean, you can also pitch a Primal Fisher, but I think that's incorrect. Okay, they're holding something. Yeah, pitching Plains. A forest swamp into hand. Yeah, sure, why not? So I could draw 2-drop here. Well, that is a 2-drop, and I can wait for next turn to play this. Yeah, I'll just jam this and see how they react. Wait, this is actually bad because now if I have to, well, if I need to Gaunt picking next turn, then I can't play out the Plains, or I need to fetch Plains with Primal, which is not what I want to do. So I'm just hoping that I don't need to Gaunt picking next turn. They're just going to counter everything I have up the curve, but I think that's fine. I just jam Alranta Visionary this turn, and see how my opponent reacts to that. I mean, technically I can Club Promoter, but didn't cast any. Yeah, so I could pass here, but that's bad. Yeah, I just jam Alranta and get it countered. Like I want my things to get countered before they get their bonuses from the counter spells. If Forest Judgment with 1 mode, that's good. And they pass again. Maybe they're holding. I guess they're holding Fall of Olantin. Second Sunsoaker. Sure. I guess I mean, I'm not complaining. Let this happen. Are they going to remove this? They're going to see. Yeah, they're going to start drawing cards, which is not something I want them to be doing so freely. But it's not like I have any better things to do right now. This is also going to be I also lose here if I just get stuck on lands. They're still holding up Fall of Olantin, it seems. They're not sacking over Deception yet. I mean, they couldn't do that. They cost 3 mana to sack. They're tapping out main phase for Gaunt picking on. Huh. Interesting. Seems. I mean, technically it could be desperation, but I didn't. Oh. So I can blow up Gaunt picking, or I can hostage situation them. The promoter is only a 1/1 though, so that's like not a very good exchange for me. I mean, it does work towards Shimpa. Maybe that's worth something. I think maybe I just blow up Gone Picking because it also keeps it keeps their devotion count down and reduces the number of things that Benthilos can copy, and also gets me towards Shimpa. Yeah, I guess I'm fine with a 1-1 club promoter. Like I guess I could hot situation here, but the problem is that I'm not really clearing away for anything. Can't really cast anything next turn. So yeah, I think I just club promoter, like do this. It's like a very low value club promoter, but I think it's fine for me to do this. Like they can follow Volantin now to wipe the board if they want to. But if they don't, then I get to attack with club promoter plus Sunsoaker next turn, which so they kind of need to do this before combat. Or like they main phase their board wipe and I get the hostage situation them. Gone Picking. Okay, that's another Gone Picking. They're very desperate to keep me off 5 mana for good reason too. But Star Studded. Huh. Alright, I guess this turn's hostage plus Star Studded. So let's see what this thing brings up. They let it happen. Oh, Shimfa. I mean, do I care about Shimfa? I just remove it once it comes down. Yeah, I take or huh. So the problem if I don't take Shimfa here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they jam Shimfa next turn, prevents me from attacking for a turn. So Star Set is turned off for a turn. I've gone picking it. They still get one more guy left up. They can minus to get gone picking back too. Alternatively, like I let them keep Fall Volantin, and I take Shinfa, let them keep Fall Volantin, play out Star Studded. My board gets followed, and I have no follow up. I think the main thing I want to avoid is Shinfa coming down and immediately down taking on the Gone Picking. I think it's still. I think it works out better for me. If 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I think it's still better for me to take the Shinfa. And what? Up to one non-creature card, or up to one creature card from my graveyard. Does it matter? Sure. I guess I'll have Elrond Visionary come back later, I guess. But yeah. So do I want to play out Star Studded into Fall, or is it better for me to just Star Studded flip next turn? They get the Seafloor treasures, right? Or no? They're still somewhat far away from the sea. They can sack Omen end of turn and then get access to Seafloor treasures. I think I want to force them to use Fall, even though they have 2 things left. Yeah, whatever. They don't sack up this. I wonder if it's because they forgot or because they really need the devotion right now. Interesting. Yeah, they still don't have access to seafloor treasures right now, so like I don't know why they're not sacking Omen of Deception. But I'll just take in my 1 free damage if that's what they want to do here. So they could have. I can't jump out because because I don't have the right colors, which is kind of funny because this is probably one of the first times I've actually been color skewed when I'm playing the 3-color version of the stack. But yeah, I guess I just Star Studded flipped onto the swamp and then pass. I mean, technically I can Gone Picking and start doing the Gone Picking thing. But I think that's bad for me because since like they just fall and then I'm not happy after that. I mean, it does work my way towards. It works my way towards a Grand Constance. Like Sunsoaker comes back. I think I should at least wait one turn before the fall. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oops, that's the wrong thing to be doing. Yeah, I'm not doing anything right now, which is probably not a good thing. Now they get to sack Omen and also Seafloor treasures. So like, yeah, if I've gone picking, then that at least forces them to not make this play so freely. Like, it still puts me down on a bunch of resources, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, I'm 1 land top deck away from Consonance mana. I'm pretty sure they can still like they can still counter. They can still board wipe and then keep up Consonance mana afterwards, though. So like that doesn't work out for me. Or board wipe and also keep up counter spell for Consonance mana. They're not going to Seafloor treasures. Huh? Didn't they have enough mana for Seafloor? Is it sorcery speed now? No, it's not. I don't know why I don't know why they didn't Seafloor treasures there. Maybe they just forgot or something. Hungry block. Oh, well, that's really convenient. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The problem right now is that I just don't really want to commit anything to the board because I have Fall of Lantern hanging up there. But I kind of need to at least do something. I can't just do nothing forever. Like a really funny play I can do is Hungry block my own hostage situation, so I get my Alranta Visionary back and play out that thing. But that is probably incorrect. I don't want to give my opponent Shenfa back. I mean, like, yeah, I can't Hungry Blob here. It's not the worst thing in the world. Sure, like, my board gets wiped after with Fall of a Lantern, but I still have things in hand to be doing. Problem is that they could just untap and hold up counter spells, and I can't do anything against that. Alternatively, I gone picking here so that I get Sunsoaker back without having to put more things on the board, and then after they wipe, I Hungry Blob. That still feels bad. Well, I need to do something, right? And I think I gone picking. Like, yeah, it's really low value, but gone picking. The only reason, or the only thing gone picking actually hits is Simfa, because Hungry Blob hits everything else I need to hit. So like, yeah, I just jam gone picking here and see how my opponent reacts. It also gets me a berry for good measure. Yeah, sure, I'll stick on Club Promoter. And then like, yeah, if you want to board wipe here, then feel free to, because this is a very low value Fall Lantern, at least in my opinion. It does mean that now I have like a landmine under my feet, because they can just pick off the Gaunt picking and then have another Gaunt picking coming down on their end. But I mean, my Hungry Blob answers their Gaunt picking, so like, oh no, is this like me getting punished for not keeping Gaunt picking for Shinfa? Oh dear. All right then. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so land top deck. Land top deck would save me here. I need exactly land top. Gaunt picking is really annoying for me, but whatever. So land top deck, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, not a land top deck, but I mean, I can't complain too much about a Skiltha top deck. But still, not a land top deck, so I can't cast Consonance this turn. And the way that my mana is working out, I can't use Skiltha to wash me into Shinfa mana. So what's my plan here? Do I want to do the Hungry Blob thing where I blow up my own hostage situation to get back Auranta Visionary? That feels incorrect, but it might be correct just because like they get to go off with Shinfa right now, and yeah, that's really bad for me. And I don't get to do anything with my extra Skiltha mana, which is problematic for me. Like Skiltha just gets exiled by the Gaunt picking end of turn. What else can I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's just like, is there any reason to not play Skiltha here? I have no other plays, so yeah, I think I'm forced to play Skiltha just because it's Skiltha, and hope that does something for me. They pitch a Fall of a Lantern, which makes sense because they don't have anything to fall exactly right now. And yeah, I should play out Hungry Blob instead of Gaunt picking, because I could have Gaunt picking the Shinfa at least, which forces them to use Gaunt picking on my Gaunt picking. At least I have a Skilta out, so like they have to choose between which thing to Gaunt picking. Do I have any other things to be doing this? I guess I could equip the berry, but it doesn't really make a difference. Yeah, not good for me. So like if they don't have any other counter spells, I can untap, draw a land, and slam Grand Consonance. But I have a feeling that they have counter spells right now. Like, yeah, I can. Ah, right, yeah, they can do that. So yeah, that's a problem with keeping Gaunt pickings under Gaunt pickings. In that now, like every time a Gaunt picking happens, we get a huge chain of events. So yeah, if they're holding up counter spells, I can't really do much about that. Sunsoaker, all right. So my plan here is okay. So if they don't have a counter spell, I can Hungry Blob their Gaunt picking, get Skiltha, untap all my things, and then play my own Shinfa. And then Shinfa is going to +1 because I have no other options. But this relies on them not having another counter spell, which I don't know how realistic that is. Well, I mean, it's not like I have any better options right now, so like blow up their Gaunt picking, get rid of Shinfa, and Skiltha's still under that Gaunt picking, but oh no, right, mana fixing or mana washing. All right, in that case, let's see if this works out. They're thinking about it, which is interesting because, like, surely you counter this if you have a counter spell, right? Unless they need to dig for counter spells right now. Actually, so the mana washing plan doesn't work if they also have another counter spell. Okay, they do have a counter spell then. Oh, it's almost deception. I guess they're thinking that I'm like trying to bait out a counter spell for my Gaunt picking. Well, in that case, I tap like this, right? Yeah, I tap like this. Do they have a second? Oh, yeah, that's really bad for me. I mean, on one hand, like they are empty-handed, but like they have this board state now, which is not something I want to deal with. Well, yeah, I think I lose this game. And the reason I lost is because I decided to use Gaunt picking on something other than Shinfa instead of Hungry Blob. Well, actually, no, they are still empty-handed. I can still draw out of this. I just need to top deck a land here and then get a Nutso Constance top deck. So come on, land, please. No, it's not a land, and it's still something that doesn't mana fix me for Shinfa. Yeah, so unfortunately, sometimes the deck just falters because it doesn't get the mana it needs. I can play Starset Flip, play out Sunsoaker, and then hope that they don't top deck a counter spell for next turn. Yeah, it sounds about right. I don't have Skeleton in the graveyard, right? Yeah. They're still going to do stuff in response? Okay, well, sure. I guess they want to counter my things. Alright, hoping that they don't find a counter spell. I mean, they have a bunch of Omen Deceptions. They can start sacking these things to start scrying for counters. They're still not sacking them for some reason. They already have, like, full Devotion, right? No, they still need them. They still need the Omens to get blue Devotion for Far's Judgment. And they are clocking me pretty fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. I'm down to 3 now. So I need a Nutso Constance flip. I'm not sure exactly what I need to flip off Constance here. Like they also have these guys. Actually some combination of skill set plus a way to draw a Constance. No, some combination of skill set. Yeah, definitely that. Let's see if they have a counter spell. Womp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this plays around Omen of Deception. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to leave the white up in case I need to mana wash into a Shinfa after I flip a skill set here. Why are you thinking it, Zay? Okay, you don't have a counter spell. Cool. Wow, this is a really bad Constance flip. In fact, this is extremely bad. Or no, it's not. It's bad, but like not horrid. So Hungry Blob comes down, blows up Gaunt Picking. Skill set comes down, untaps all my lands, I get to play Shinfa. And I have to hope that Sky Player does something. I mean, yeah, it sounds about right. Shinfa does make them skip their next combat, at least, so there's that. And I need to like do that because if I just do the Gaunt Picking, I exile their Shinfa, it still means I lose afterwards. But I mean, at least this keeps me back in the game, technically. Definitely would have hoped for something better, but like, yeah, really, I don't think it's at this point, I don't think I can really complain that much. So this does get Skelta back into play at least. So, I get to remove their last land. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 mana this turn. I can't attack with. I don't have Sunsoaker Amity right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't get to activate Sky Pillar because I don't have enough colored sources. So I guess I just use Sky Pillar this turn to buff something. Yeah, I need to Shinfa this turn and I don't have enough. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shinfa them. Do I need to Shinfa plus? I can wait a turn for that, right? I want to Shinfa the Hungry Blob because. Or did I play a creature this turn? No, I haven't. Yeah, then since my last turn? During your last turn. Okay, so Shinfa minuses or Shinfa zeros on the club promoter to that I have a club promoter hanging over them, which can come down and blow up their Gaunt Picking. So I'll do this, and then my Sky Pillar doesn't do much. I equip the berry onto something. I guess I equip it onto Hungry Blob so that it trades with something, or like I Sky Pillar something to make it. It doesn't really matter why Sky Pillar it right now. Actually, I think I'll do split it like this, I guess, or maybe it's better to like split like this or something. I'll just like stick my berry onto. Yeah, sure, whatever. I don't really care. But like I've gone from pretty much losing the game to maybe I have a chance. They're going to start scrying with Omen Decept. They should have started doing that like at least a few turns earlier. I feel like, unless they were really pining for the Far's Judgment, but like they didn't even have the Far's Judgment in hand, so I don't know why they were holding up on scrying for that long. Fall of Lantern absolutely wrecks me, doesn't it? No, Fall of Lantern is actually fine because it wipes. Oh no, it doesn't wipe their board because they have those things. But it does give me access to Skeleton next turn, so that clears out their hand, and maybe I get something useful again. And okay, they finally decide what to keep. They're going to draw one card this turn. I mean, so they're going to wipe the board end of turn. Okay, do I also do that then? Well, I'm actually not sure about. So I need to deal with a bunch of 3/1s after this turn. Redevelop Cityscape. That's not helpful for me. What do I do here? Because so let's see. Can I lethal them? And the answer is definitely not because like look at the board state and look at their life total. So I need to start thinking about how to survive this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 5 attackers next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 4 block. Well, Club Promoter comes out and blows up the thing that gets rid of Shinfa. So like It blows up the thing and gets rid of Simpa. So like I have 5 blockers next turn. The problem is that I get board wiped and then I can go down to 1 life if I really need to. They could also just top deck like a removal spell and I lose, which is a problem. I can Simpa minus this turn and then like just accept that both boards get blown up. But the problem is that they have 100-handed pillars. I guess 100-handed pillars just gets infinitely trumped by Sky Pillar. So like yeah, I can Simpa minus and just assume that like we're trading like that. The other problem is that I really want to be attacked. Oh, actually I can activate Sky Pillar and use skill set to untap that thing. Yeah, that sounds like a decent thing to be doing right now. Yeah, sure, I'll go for that. So like, if they have seal away exactly, then I guess that's really bad for me. But otherwise, if they don't, I don't actually get to make use of all my mana because of how the colors work out. Are they doing pre-combat? Oh, yeah, that is quite annoying for me. So, I mean, I still have full blockers, right? Like Club Promoter comes down and blows up Gone Picking, which then comes down and blows up Shimfa, and then I need to Shimfa minus right now. Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm just dead now because I don't have a way out of this. Like I can come down and blow up skills. I guess that means Shimfa is going to survive a turn, and I don't like that. I mean, I can always Shimfa plus to make a guy, and then that blocks their guy. Up and road comes down, blows up Gone Picking, gets skills down, skills down, taps everything. I think I really need to get rid of their Shimfa this turn, so then that means that yeah, that means I do need to I do need to Shimpa something. Shimpa minus swing at me for 1 turn, block. You can just keep Shimpa plussing and then like do I survive if I Shimpa minus here? Blow that up, exile that. Like I don't survive if I Shimpa minus, right? Okay, so turns out basically I needed to so I sequenced that incorrectly. I needed to go to combat first to see that my opponent was going to do that trick on Skelta and then decide what I needed to do afterwards. But yeah, so now I guess I just need to do the play that actually makes me survive a turn, which means that I need to plus make a 3-1 Club Promoter comes down, blows that up, gets rid of Shimfa, and then like we're like equal. Or like we're even, I guess, after that, and then I just need to chomp infinitely. That's not looking good for me. And can I deal with the 3-1s afterwards? I need to like do something about these guys. Yeah, maybe I just hope for good top decks then. Like I go down to 1, and then that makes their Simpa activations pointless for now. Like they still have a Simpa, and I can't protect. You know what? Screw this. Yeah, I'm also going to blow up the board afterwards. This comes down and blows up 1 2 3 4 1 2 4 5. Yeah, I need to blow this thing up, and that lets me untap everything again. So yeah, like we're in a top deck war. They have Moment of Deception. Okay, they're going to Scry 2. Yeah, they have better top deck manipulation than I do. So they could probably just find a removal spell and then yeah, win afterwards. And then yes, so Sky Pillar to infinitely trump the 100-handed pillars, and then I mean Shrimfa can just keep getting back their own Gone Pickings, and then my Shrimfa is going to keep getting back Club Promoters or Hungry Blobs so that I can keep blowing up their Gone Pickings. All tracks. Oh, that's really bad for me. That blows up Skelta and I just die here, right? I mean, I don't just die here because I can make a guy to chump with off Sky Pillar, but yeah, that's really bad for me. And they're going to swing out. I don't think blocking matters. That they're all going to swing at me. I think I want to block in a way that doesn't, or that at least leaves behind something for me to swing back at Shimfa with. Is there a way to do that? No, the toughnesses don't line up in the way that I want. So I guess like I just full chump. Yeah, I just have to full chump. All right, sure. Do I like care about how any of this works out? Not really. I just need to like not die here. Also, they're also elf stuff now. I did not want Bethalos to die at this moment because Shimfa can get back that thing back. Or it didn't matter because they had a second copy in the yard anyways. Okay. So like I can swing 1 at Shimfa. I shouldn't have equipped the berry there because that actually mattered, I think, sort of. Come on. Oh. Well then, yeah. You know, never punished, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 5 6 7. I want the white mana in case I need to. I want Sky Pillar mana up. I mean, I could It's realistic for me to flip flip something that wants to be sky pillared. I think I tap like this. Or I think I tap like this. Yeah. If I flip, I don't have more Simfas to flip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So you know how this deck's really good at top decking Grand Constances? Yeah. Let's see if I get a good Constance flip. Well, this is I mean, yeah, this deck's good at top decking Grand Constances, but Constances are also good at top decking bad stuff. Okay, can I do anything about this? No, I can't. Okay, so is there a reason to get hostage situation down? Not really, but might as well. It gets permanents into play for Sky Pillar. Okay, so the funny thing is, if I had one extra Sky Pillar, or if I did not equip my berry, I could have actually equipped the berry onto the golem and then killed Simfob off Sky Pillar plus berry. But yeah, now it's like I still have this open. Yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of deserved it. Well, so I wiped the board end of turn. I can't kill Shenfa. I can bring Shenfa down to 1, but that doesn't help me because I need guys. Oh no, I just died to 100-handed pillars now. Unless I plus Shenfa here. Yeah, okay. That's really bad. The plus Shenfa, I pillar this thing, swing that thing down to 1, and hope that does stuff. Benslow's comes down and then Gonpeki is my Shenfa, and yeah, or no, Benslow's comes down end of turn. Okay, so that doesn't. Yeah, but I guess this is what happens when you're playing when you're playing a card that relies on top deck luck. Sometimes you just don't get the top deck luck, and yeah. Okay, so what needs to happen is my opponent needs to whiff on another counter spell for a turn, and I need to top deck another Grand Consonance, and this time the Consonance doesn't screw me over with its flips. That's a second 100-handed pillars, and I'm pretty sure this thing's quite cheap to activate, so I swing at face. Yep, that's a forced block. Did they forget to activate Shenfa this turn? Oh, I mean, I'm not going to give them free Shenfa activate. Okay, yeah, they didn't forget. Bentalos gone picking on my Shenfa, and I'm assuming that's a loss unless I top that Constance again. Honestly, I should stop equipping berries if I don't need to equip them because it might actually be relevant later in the game to like get enough damage to kill the Planeswalker. Well, I'm out of good top decks now. Yep, happens. Wait, that's actually no, that's not. Yeah, I need to do this to get 2 Sky Pillar activations. And 200 hand pillar activations kills me here. So yeah. All right. So that was only game 2, by the way. So this is already like going into the hour mark. Yeah. So maybe I should not have skim on the gone pickings. Hostage situation is not that good. So what do I do here? I already trimmed 1 Elronta Visionary. Do I need to trim like maybe I do trim? I mean, Snidel's technically kind of decent just because the minus pressures their hand, and I want to be pressuring their hand. Is Basilia good? Hexproof mode only gets dealt with the Wrath, and yeah, maybe that's good. Do they have more Wrath like post whatever? Let me double check their deck. No, they don't have more Wrath, so Basilia is good here. Honestly, do I even need hostage situation? I feel like gone pickings plus these guys are better at dealing with whatever they could have. Yeah, maybe I trim Elronta Visionary again, and then I trim like 1 Snido. This still feels incorrect, but whatever. I guess I'm running it. So please get me a good starting hand. Oh, that is a 2-drop. All right, cool. I keep the starting hand. This starting hand's really good. So Nascent Laming green, Primal fetching white, and we're off to the races after that. I also need to like start using using the shortcut for setting annotation because I keep not using it. Okay, Primal Fisher fetching planes, play out star studded, and let's see if they have 1-mana removal for this thing. They need exactly Seal Away, I think, to kill this, which they play 4 copies of. But like, if they don't have Seal Away, then do I swing here? Oh, okay. Now I need to swing because I'm mana screwed, and I need to hope that they're not on Seal Away right now. All right. Let's see if I get punished super hard. Oof. Well, hopefully I draw some more lands. This is still winnable if I draw a land right now because I can just try to force through. Eventually, one of my 3 drops will resolve. That's not a land. Well, this gets countered, it's really bad for me. They let this resolve. Is this getting killed? It probably is getting killed. Well, they don't really have a way to kill this unless they board wipe, right? Like if they just go 5 land and then board wipe, they're not going to do that. Okay, cool. Well, that's a pretty late land that I need. Jamming Unflinching Titan is like guaranteed going to get countered here. But I want to jam Club Promoters instead to force them to board wipe. I mean, they're like definitely holding the board wipe right now too. I want them to board wipe. But, like they board wipe, they untap, they still have stuff left over. Yeah, I don't think there's like really any good outcomes for me right now. Well, actually, no. Maybe they don't have counters because if they had a counter, they definitely would have countered Sunsoaker. So I just need them to not draw a counter this turn. I'll go with that logic. All right, does this resolve? Okay, they're looking for a counter spell. That's a good sign. Come on, don't find a counter spell, please. Cool. Well, Primal Fisher comes back. Unfortunately, that thing's like 2 turns in the future. Do I want this thing to get sealed away? Yes, because if this thing gets sealed, then that's one less seal away going towards something that actually matters. Another Seafloor Treasures. All right. If I don't get board wipe, I'm going to jam Skeleton next turn and hope that it resolves. If it gets countered, then that's fine because I just use the Graveyard ability next turn. Okay, Sorcery Speed board wipe, please. Nope, they're still doing stuff. Interesting. Still not hitting my lands. Still not hitting the lands that I need. I can hold up Flinching Titan activation right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I want to play Star-Sighted Flipped. Actually, I can't do that. So I just play Star-Sighted Flipped, and Primal Fisher, unfortunately. Oh, Primal Fisher is tapped when it. Okay, so I do have enough to play this flip and also hold up Unflinching Titan activation. That's good. So this is fetching green, and I tap like this to play this thing flipped. Wait, if they counter this, I don't get to activate Unflinching Titan. Target? Why does target matter? Are they like blowing up my land in response? Okay, they're not. Yeah. Yeah, so then I pass the turn and hold up the Unflinching Titan activation. This doesn't actually play around the board wipe end of turn, but like it's fine, I guess. Well, actually, they don't have the board wipe. If they had it, I think they would have used it by now. So they're holding. I guess they're holding a Shenfa, maybe. Like that's the only thing that really makes sense to me with how they've been playing. Yeah, that's a Shenfa. That's not Shenfa. If they jam Shenfa, I get to Gaunt picking it in response, and that's quite good for me. So if they just decide to blow up, they're going to blow up the board. Okay, cool. Unfortunately, I can't like ping this thing for 1 damage, so I need to use up an entire Gaunt picking on it, which I'm not a huge fan of, but whatever. Oh, that's my own Shenfa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can jam my own Shenfa right now if I want. What does that get me? Literally nothing. I mean, they have nothing good to bring back with their Shenfa either, so I can actually play Skelta this turn, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into Gaunt picking. Like that gets 1 card out of their hand and gets Skelta into the graveyard for future shenanigans. 1, 2, 3. That actually gets me towards like that gets me towards Consonance mana somewhat. Okay, but do I just want to jam Shenfa? Shenfa 0 doesn't do anything. Like that's the main problem. Shenfa doesn't have any useful things to be doing this turn, and I want to get rid of my opponent's Shenfa before they get to do anything useful with it. Although they don't really have anything useful to do with their own Shenfa either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I can just resolve my own Shenfa next turn. Skelta's help. Yeah, I think I would just want to get cards out of their hand. That sounds alright. Alright, Skelta. Let's see what you pitch here. They pitch a land, which is fine by me, and I Gaunt picking the Shenfa, so that I don't have to worry about Shenfa shenanigans. And I guess I stick Berry onto this thing because it'll randomly matter sometime, and then I feel really bad for sticking onto the wrong thing. I feel like that's going to happen. So they can spend the turn getting rid of the Gaunt picking, in which case then I just Club Promoter wherever they have. I played Skelta last turn, so Club Promoter is not active, or the drop isn't active, but one that blows up a thing is still good. So if they decide to go after the Gaunt picking, I'm still going to. Okay, cool. Let's see. Basilia. What Skelta from graveyard just to shred their hand? I mean, I can Skelta from graveyard to get to try to cast Shenfa, which probably gets countered. Is that good for me? Maybe I do want to keep it in back pocket though. They can counter my thing and then also play something else, which is really not good for me. I can Club Promoter, blow up Seal away. That plays around Omen Deception. That might be good. And I have a second Club Promoter in case they start to go, in case they try to go after Gaunt picking, which they can't do at instant speed, right? Their only instant speed way to start to blow up enchantments is with Benethelos copying something at instant speed. I'm pretty sure they don't have Omen Deception though, because if they had, they would have been jamming it way more often, right? Like, how bad is it if I mean, I can actually keep around Skiltha to help me get towards Grand Constance mana. Yeah, I think it's better to keep around Skiltha for now. But then the question becomes, like, do I jam something into something that might get... Do I jam Basilia and then just accept that it might get countered? Or do I jam Club Promoter and play around an Omen of Deception? They might also just have a Fall of Atlantean, which is why... No, if they had Fall, they definitely would not have minus Shimpa, because so they don't have 12 Atlantean. That means Star Set Club Promoter coming down, blowing up Star. I did too much thinking. I'm just going to jam Basilia and see if it gets countered. Because like if Club Promoter gets countered, then like that's still whatever, right? And I think it's better that my Club Promoters, like, they don't have a counter spell still. Okay, I mean, sure. I'm not complaining. They might have Fall of Tracks, actually. Fall of Tracks would blow up Basilia. Maybe I should have transformed Basilia, because then that means that they need Fall of Atlantean to blow it up, but I'm pretty sure they don't have Fall, at least in the last few turns. Actually, yeah, Fall of Tracks is a very likely thing for them to have in hand, because based on the way they've been playing. Yeah, so that was not a good exchange for me, but I mean, it's fine, I guess. They're slightly tapped out. If I draw land next turn, I get to try to jam Consonance. Oh, well, this is... Or no, I just jam Club Promoter and blow up Fall of Tracks. Yeah, that seems like a good thing to be doing right now. Oops. They can actually... So they can copy it with Benthelos. They decide not to. Alright. So if this makes it through a turn, then I get to start swinging with it. We go into Seafloor Treasures to look at cards. Maybe I should have jammed Shimpa. Maybe I should have. Because, like, I'm not doing anything with my extra mana. Okay, well, more Hungry Blobs. Do I put the counters on this? So, how much do these things cost to activate? 6? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let me think. I potion this thing, swing, hope that they use removal on it. Removal would consist of Seal Away, which doesn't tap them out that much. If I swing here, I mean, hope that they activate. They're not going to activate 100 hand pillars at this point in the game. If they Seal Away, I just hungry Blob and blow up a Seal Away and blow up that. Okay, yeah, sure. So I have a really good plan against Seal Away. I don't have such a good plan against Tyranny of Tracks, so I just hope they don't have it. Okay, that's a Seal Away. That's fine. That gets back my entire board and blows up their entire board. So I think that's still a good exchange for me, even though not much has been happening so far. But whatever. Like, if I can get them to use counters on Hungry Blob, I'm pretty happy. Seafloor Treasures, alright. Feel free to scry. Maybe I should have done Skiltha before this turn, because Skiltha lets me have one more mana in case I want to do something funny. Yeah, because I could have... if I Skiltha before, I could have had another Hungry Blob blow up everything. But now I'm just passing the turn with them untapping with all these lands, and me having, like, not that much lands right now. They're definitely stabilizing. That's the problem for me. And so, Buried Colossus. I mean, that's a land, but that's kind of, like, not an untapped land, which I was really hoping for. I think I tried to jam Hungry Blob again. If they have Fall of Tracks, then, like, that's bad for me, sort of, but that's still fine. Yeah, I'm just going to jam Hungry Blob again. Like, if they want to waste removal on Hungry Blob, it's fine, yeah. Unfortunately, this thing goes to 0 counters because I played stuff last turn, but like, this gets me a board. They can blow this up if they want, but I think that still works out for me in the end. They are going to blow it up. Okay, cool. So I am at Constance mana if I use up my Gilsa. Oh, well, this is really bad. And they have a bunch of mana left over to do stuff with. Do I do Constance this turn? Like, I can Skiltha, get rid of one of their cards. No Fall of Tracks, okay. I'm hoping that they don't have counter spells right now. Ancient Light Vein, well, that would have been good like a few turns ago. But yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How much am I betting on them having a counter spell here? Oh, so if I Skiltha here, this is naming what? Do I need more green or do I need? I guess I do need like somewhat more green. All right, sure. So 1, 2, 3. So I use this to Skiltha. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10. I have enough to Constance and then Club Promoter afterwards if it doesn't work out. Yeah, I think that's what I do then. They let it happen. All right. 1, 2, 3. So they discarded Benthelos, it seems like. So yeah. They can only counter one thing. Do I try to bait them out? Do I try to bait with the Club Promoter first, or do I just jam Constance? I think it's like extremely obvious that I'm trying to jam Constance here, so Well, the fact that they discard Benthalos means that they're probably holding a counter spell. But I jam Consonance to get that thing countered. I mean, I can also try to jam Shimfa first. That gets exiled by follow-up tracks. That's not good for me. Well, so the thing is, if they have a counter spell, they're always going to counter Consonance. They might not counter Club Promoter. So I think it's always better for me to jam Club Promoter first, in case they fall for the bait, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what? I'm just jamming Consonance first. They don't have a counter. Okay, cool. And oh well, this suddenly turned really good for me. I want redevelop Cityscape right now. No, I don't. But yeah, I think this completely flipped the game in my favor because now I get the Czar minus and blow something up, and I don't even need to Club Promoter now. So around the Visionary flips 3 cards. I'll take the Side Elf. Thank you very much. Are they Venthalos? Okay, sure. They're going to exile the Czar, which kind of sucks, but whatever. That's fine. Oh, I can get Czar back and then blow up. Get Czar back minus, and then that blows up one of their things. Either blows up Shimfa or it blows up Gone Picking. It's better for me to just I can Senile. That doesn't do anything. Yeah, it's probably just better for me to Club Promoter and blow up the thing, like blow up Gone Picking, get back Shimfa, or because Fall of Tracks is coming down next turn, and I might as well make it whiff, right? And I'll like save Shimfa for next turn. Yeah, sure. I'll go with that logic. It's like 5 or 4 greater, yeah. Alright, I mean this thing isn't big, but it does do the thing, or it does do the job. So get this out of here. If they have like another thing, I'll stick this on Star Citted. Like if they have another way to get another Gone Picking, they blow up Gone Picking, and if I come back, it's a lot of picking, a lot of going. How cheap is Buried Colossus right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 4 to activate. 4 to activate, swing. Still have 3 mana left over. I think it's better for me to just jam Shimfa. Shimfa can get back Unflinching Titans for now, which isn't that great. I mean, it's good, but like it's not 6 mana Planeswalker worthy. I'm probably just going to keep off Shimfa for now. Like if my opponent starts keeping cards in hand, I'm just going to Snido and start minusing to clear out their hand. They have another Benthalos, seems like. Well, yeah, this is a lot of Gone Picking. And they can minus to get back another Gone Picking next turn. But at least I can swing into Shimfa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that thing's super cheap now. So I guess I Shimfa and then start doing Shimfa things, whatever that entails. Forest. I mean, I'm not complaining at this point. I'm still somewhat far ahead. I just need some way to like connect with Shimfa. Can I do that? Yeah, if I activate Buried Colossus. Can I do that if I try to Shimfa this turn? I don't think so. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. I'm always playing out Forest this turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 3 mana left over, which I can use all around the Visionary, but that doesn't help. Like if I want to connect with Shimfa, I need to swing with my whole board into it. Yeah, so I swing with my whole board into Shimfa. No, it's fine. I move one of the berries over and I swing with my whole board into Shimfa. So that kills Shimfa, and then I play my own Shimfa, which probably gets Gone Picking, which isn't that great. I can Shimfa and get back Club Promoter and Hungry Blobs. It seems like that works out for me then. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to Shimfa. Pay 1 to move the berry over. Can't do anything with Berry Colossus. Not the Visionary is whatever right now. Yeah, okay. Sure. Alright, let's see if this works out then. Wait, they have these 100-handed pillars. So that's not going to work out. So Shimfa is going to stick. So that was a bad play. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I couldn't have done Shimfa into Snell anyways. So yeah, I just Shimfa and minus on the Club Promoters. Yeah, they can't really do anything else here. They can keep bringing back the Gone Pickings, but they're almost out of Gone Pickings now. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Play my own Shimfa to get back Club Promoter at end of turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, did I Wait, I could have gone Shimfa into Senile this turn if I. That's really bad. Yeah, that might have actually been game losing because I could have Senile minus to draw a card, or I could have Senile plus to done something. I'm not sure exactly what, but yeah, that's really bad for me. Senile zeroing doesn't really do much. So right now I'm really hoping to draw into my Sky Pillars because Sky Pillar is the thing that will break the board style because it gives my guys flying, which they can't do much about, and then that lets me finally break through this board state. I'm pretty sure a Flying Berry Colossus kills them in like 3 swings. They're going, oh, they're getting back Benthelos. Alright, I can't really stop this Benthelos thing from going to like, yeah. You just keep moving berries around too, so that's annoying for me. Star-studded, that's not useful. I mean, I can get berry Colossus really cheap. Again, I'm still looking for Sky Pillars, I'm still looking for extra Constances. And the way that the timing works out with the club promoters, I can't ever get any activations off of it. So now I can start sniping away these things. I think Star-studded isn't useful enough where I just like play out Scenario and minus to draw a card. And Scenario probably died on the backswing to whatever these guys are, but whatever. You can wander around the Visionary, but I don't think that's a good thing to be doing in this current board state. I mean, that does let me find Gaunt Pickings. Can I wander into a Gaunt Picking? Because, like, once I can wander into a Gaunt Picking, I can, Gaunt Picking the Czar minus, which guarantees that it kills 12 tracks if I minus with Czar. So, like, Gaunt Picking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I don't find Gaunt Picking off around the Visionary Wander, it's extremely bad for me, so I don't think I should go for that. Yeah, I think I really needed to get Sanel down last turn. I didn't do that, which is really bad for me, but I'll get this down this turn then. Let it happen. How many Gaunt Pickings do I have left? Not that many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 mana total. But do I need to minus Sanel? I can plus Sanel to blow this thing up, but then I have no follow-up and this thing comes down and exiles to this thing comes down and exiles my most important thing on board. Yeah, I think I need to minus Sanel right now. Did I already play out land this turn? I haven't, so if I top deck Sky Pillar, this is actually doable for me. Yeah, Sky Pillar means that I can suddenly Sky Pillar means I move the berry onto Star-studded, put the counter on Star-studded and swing into the Shenfa. Volatile land. Oh, they're board wiping now. Sure. This actually, yeah, this prevents the Sky Pillar play from working out. So, Unsoaker, that's not what I needed. So yeah, I guess, yeah, I get rid of Gaunt Picking and exile Shenfa so that they can't activate Shenfa next turn. Or actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have a bunch of 100-handed pillars, so Sanel is definitely dying next turn. I think I definitely have to play the board. Yeah, if I play out Sanel last turn instead of whatever that berry thing was. Oh, I still have the berry left over. Actually, yeah, if I had played out Sanel instead of like moving the berry around, this would have been I would be in a much better position right now because I would have gotten 2 Sanel activations already, which would put me up 2 cards, which might have found an answer for this. But now I guess I just have to play off the top of my deck again, and yeah, I might as well move berry here because I have nothing better to do with my mana. This comes down and blows up the Gaunt Picking because I need their Shenfa Elf here. Does Club Promoter get the bonus? I don't. Did I play creatures last turn? I think I did. Right? I played around the Visionary last turn, I think. Oh, if I'm not sure, then I should just keep it as a 1/1 to not like accidentally break the rules. They can just animate a bunch of 100-handed pillars and go to town on my face, which is a problem. Yeah, fall tracks, last counter. I mean, Shenfa can't do anything when it comes down during the end phase, so I just need to hope to find another Gaunt Picking. Or, I mean, I just top deck Grand Constance. My deck's good at top decking Grand Constances. I just need to keep top decking Grand Constances. Oh, they have a second Shenfa. Why do they have a second Shenfa? Okay, well, I think this is very bad for me now. On the bright side, at least, that means that the Gaunt Picking is not a high priority target now. But the problem now is that Benthelos doesn't copy anything now. Okay, cool. They're board wiping again? What? I guess they want to clear the board so that the 100-handed pillars start doing work. They're still leaving Senile around though, which is interesting. Basilia, does that do anything? I play out Basilia and my Senile anyways. Oh, right, this thing. Oh, yeah, they get to do that. Yeah, I guess I just play out Basilia and hope that does something. They're wiping the board, so it doesn't matter what I do here. I can't attack, so it doesn't matter what I do here. I just play out this thing and hope. Do I have a random... No, I don't. I don't have a random skill set in the graveyard that I forgot about. And now they're swinging into Basilia. Do I care about that? Not really. But like 4/4 or that's a 3. Yeah, this trade works out for me, so I'll make it. It doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. I mean, they're blowing up. Yeah, I should have just kept it around the berries, because the berries might have been enough to like get lethal somewhere. I mean, if they can't deal with Vasilia, I flip Vasilia and swing to the Simpai, and that probably kills it. They're bringing back Venthalos again. Sure. All right, Constance top deck, please. That's not a Constance top deck. I really need a Constance top deck there. All right, so I guess I activate Berry Colossus and flip Vasilia and hope that does stuff. I think I swing everything to Shenfa, because they have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 devotion. So that's what? That's 7 minus 5. That's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They get activate 2 of these guys, which has 12 toughness in total. And then so I need to get 13 worth of damage across. So that's 9, 9, 18. That's probably enough to kill Shenfa. Although it doesn't really matter. I don't think killing Shenfa matters right now because they just copy Gaunt Picking and get rid of my Gaunt Picking and they get Shenfa back. So I should just transform this into a Hexproof thing and start swinging face. Or, I mean, it prevents the end of turn Shenfa. Like, it prevents them from attacking with Shenfa. It provides them to Shenfa end of turn, and that prevents Shenfa activation. I think that's worth it, even though it, like, ends up committing a bunch of stuff. So, I mean, I always have to activate this, so that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Get Berry Colossus online. Flip Vasilia and swing into Shenfa, right? Flip into Hexproof thing so that Venthalos can't just Gaunt Picking it. Or yeah, flip into Hexproof thing so that if they want to protect Shenfa, they need to use up a bunch of their 100-handed pillars. And swing everything to Shenfa, I think. Wait, they could have Fallable Lantern in hand right now, and that would completely blow me out. Well, I hope they don't have Fallable Lantern in hand. They only have 4 copies of it, and they've already used 2 copies of it, so maybe they don't have it. What is it? Another Benthalos? Is that what's coming? Oh, they're double jumping? Okay, I mean, that's fine for me because... Oh, wait, this actually trades. Ah. Alright, I guess that happens. And... Yeah, that's really bad for me because now I don't have anything on board and they get to Gaunt Picking again anyways and get Shenfa back. And again, I'm still hoping for the Constance top decks, but they're becoming less and less good as turns pass because they might have more counter spells now. I wonder what mass enchantment destruction is in my colors. I might put some of those cards in my sideboard. Can I Berry Claw? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That thing's free now to activate. They can activate 2 of them and trade with my Berry Classes, which I don't want to happen. I'm of Deception just to cycle. Sure. So what's my out here? They need to not have counter spells. I need to top deck Constance. It's always a top deck Constance, isn't it? Still have 3 Constances left in my deck. They're plussing Shenfa now, which means they've run out of good stuff to get back with Shenfa, which, yeah, I guess they've already got every single Gaunt Picking in play now. I think, yeah, the first person to Gaunt Picking, their Gaunt Picking is a loser because then every time a Gaunt Picking war starts, they're not attacking. Interesting. That's useless. And they're equipping berries now. No, they could just swing with 100-handed pillars and they're still not attacking? What? Okay, that's useless. Do I even have lands left? Might as well play it out just because technically thins my deck or something. We're up to 7, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, sure. Okay, yeah, do I have anything left in my deck? Still a bunch of stuff left, actually. So 3 Constances, and then I'm out Planeswalkers. Huh. Okay, well, Constance flipping... I still have 3 Gaunt Pickings left. So Constance flipping Gaunt Pickings is... This would have been a lot better, like, last turn, but I think it's too late for Skypillar to do anything now. Oh yeah, I'm just... no, I'm not dead yet. I have Skypillar. That thing technically lets me survive for 1 turn. Which means if they attacked with Venthalos, I would have been dead. So I don't know why they didn't do that, but I guess they want to play super safe. They have another Shenfa. Oh no, they're getting back Shenfa with Shenfa. Sure. Alright, I'm done. Cool. So yeah, 0-2 drop with Consonance. I have 1 more GP to try to perform before the world champion, I guess. I think this build's probably correct. Like, Hostage Situation didn't really do much those games, but I'm not exactly sure what else I'm supposed to be running in this slot. I know someone else has like pointed out Warden of what's that thing called again? Warden of Skies? Like one of the wardens. Warden of Skies, yeah. Like someone has mentioned this card, but like I'm not sure if this is actually good against counterspell decks because 7 mana is a lot, and this thing still dies to removal. Granted, it costs a lot to remove, but it still dies to removal, and I don't really see how it helps. It's no Scratch's Horseman. That at least that's what I'm going to say here. Like Scratch's Horseman giving itself hexproof is extremely good against uh those sorts of control decks. I mean, it's not even a Hoarding Colubri because Hoarding Colubri at least draws a card on ETB. This thing just comes down and tries to make your opponent pay a lot to remove it, which I guess like it does the thing, but I don't think it's actually good what the deck wants. But yeah, let me actually check the replays. Maybe I didn't jam Constance often enough. Right? Like this was the game where I was just not Constance. I wasn't jamming my big things early because I was afraid of removal or afraid of counter spells. And turns out my opponent was not on counter spells. So yeah, I should have jammed. Or I mean, on this turn I did jam Skiltha, right? No, I played it slow, but I did jam Skiltha eventually. This was yeah, Skiltha's in the graveyard. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could have jammed Shenfa this turn. I probably should have actually, right? No, Shenfa comes down. I 0 to get back Skiltha, or no, I 0 to get back Unflinching Titan. They fall off tracks to Skiltha, or they fall off tracks to Shenfa, and then okay, I played Vasilia instead. Okay, they were just a bunch of Benthloses and no counter spells. Yeah, I played way too passive into their hand. I could have was I like so like this turn I did something instead of oh yeah, like I spent a bunch of turns just jamming club promoters and Hungry Blobs into their stuff instead of actually playing Grand Consonance. I mean, I don't think I had Consonance mana that turn, so it doesn't matter. And they had Ifara's Judgment in hand, so I guess this was a point where I started jamming stuff. It would have worked out better if I tried to like if I skill fed into Shenfa this turn, but so it gets countered by Ifara's Judgment. I swing with club promoter, or no, I swing with club promoter. It gets sealed away. They countered Hungry Blob with Far's Judgment, with their only copy of Far's Judgment. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, so maybe I should have. Did I have Constance mana after this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I think I was 1 off Constance mana, but I definitely did have Shenfa mana. So maybe I should have jammed Shenfa this turn. I think the logic there was that like I had Constance mana if I just wait a turn with after Beery Colossus untaps with Skillset's help. So I should just wait, and then so instead I should just play out things. So then it gets Fall of a Lantern, right? Fall of Tracks, and then I jam Consonance after that. Maybe this, yeah, I think maybe this was the earliest time I could have jammed Consonance. I skilled it into Consonance, yeah. And then I got a decent Consonance flip, and Benthelos blew up Czar, and then I club promoted their. I can do this. Why am I not doing this? Yeah, I club promoted their thing. Why did I blow up club promoter? Yeah, I blew up their Gone Picking. And then I think we were both on top decks. Benthelos, I mean, Benthelos was a good top deck for them because they got rid of like Gone Picking during their main phase, which lets them get 1 Shenfa activation off. And then this turn was really bad for me, right? Yeah, this turn was the turn I misplayed. Like I saw that I had an attack into Shenfa and then started moving the berry tokens around. And then after that, I realized that I could have played out Senile plus Shenfa this turn if I just used all around the Visionary. Like I had exact manas to play out everything in my hand, and that would have been good because Senile comes down and I -1 to draw a card. And like yeah, I think that definitely would have changed the course of the game because I would have been up 2 cards at this point, and then so then I actually get to draw a second card off Senile, and then yeah, the game just goes. Oh, they had a bunch of counter spells at the end, so even if I drew Constances, it wouldn't have helped. But yeah, so that was having to have the deck loaded. But yeah, so that was this GP, and anything happened this game? This was the game I won. Okay, did I lose game 2? Yeah, oh right, I lost game 2. How did I lose game 2 again? Yeah, I had a pretty good board. I was at 3 life. Wait, no, I was at 3 life like way before. Yeah. Oh, they had a Shenfa that didn't answer for a while. Yeah, that's how I lost. All right, yeah. So, anyways, this is this month's REV GP, and hopefully I'll see you next month.